In 1955, my grandparents swam from Chiu, a small city in southeastern China, to Hong Kong, risking everything to escape the instability after the Civil War. They left behind a burning village and traded it for a cramped, humid wooden shed, where they basically rebuilt their lives from nothing. My grandmother, whom I called Pawpaw, worked in a textile factory for 20 years to raise her 6 children, sewing in a dark, smoky room from morning to night. The only thing that kept her awake was a can of icy, crisp soda every single day. That daily rush was her fuel. But fuel comes with a cost. She developed diabetes. At the young age of 66 years old, she lost her life. And at the young age of 13 years old, I lost her. The woman who tucked me in every single night. Her death shaped my teenhood. Sugar became the enemy in the household. My friends used to joke that I'm a sociopath because I would drink boba at 0% sugar. And even my chewing gum had to be sugar-free. I thought I was making disciplined choices. My family thought we were making healthy choices. But little did we know, we were on a completely misguided journey. These healthy choices aren't actually benefiting us. So today, I want to walk you through 3 phases of my food journey: the miracle, the frustration, and the truth, so that you can also start seeing through the food industry's biggest lies. But let me tell you a little bit more about how things were before the miracle happened. Right after Papa passed, I entered middle school, and very soon I found myself in the same boat, burning through the midnight oil, studying late into the night. But unlike Papa, I knew sugar was the worst possible thing I could put into my body. So instead of regular soda, I turned to diet soda. Every single time when I started dozing off, while through memorizing crazy world history dates or struggling through some impossible math formula, I would take a sip of that icy, crisp diet soda. No calories, no sugar, and yet it still gave me that rush. I thought I was being so disciplined, I was making all the smart choices, and yet I ballooned in weight. And I panicked because I thought I was so disciplined, I avoided sugar at all costs. How could this happen? Maybe was it the stress? Was it the lack of sleep? Or maybe because I was a teenage girl, was it just hormones? I tried everything to fix it. Intermittent fasting, very, very intense workout programs, and diets that in hindsight felt like borderline starvation. But none of it worked. None of them gave me a steady, sustainable body that I love. But then life threw me a curveball. Here comes phase 1, the miracle. So I went on a study abroad program in Copenhagen in 2017, and for the first time in my life, I had to cook every single meal on my own. Standing in a Danish supermarket, I was shocked. No aisles and aisles of instant mac and cheese, no rows and rows of low-fat, high-protein yogurt bar. Just real food. Fresh vegetables, locally sourced meat, and bread that actually goes stale after a couple of days. I mean, at first, I really hated it. I mean, cooking took time, it was inconvenient, and for the first week, I literally almost set the kitchen on fire and the campus police came. But something incredible happened. Without really trying, I lost 15 pounds. I wasn't starving myself. I wasn't working out obsessively. I was simply eating differently. For the first time in my life, I felt so good in my body. My energy level, my mindset, my skin, everything just felt so refreshed. That's when I realized it was never about eating less. It's just about eating right. But then we have phase 2, the frustration. So after going home from Copenhagen, I was so determined to hold on to this Scandinavian lifestyle. But as we all know, life got into the way. I don't have time to cook anymore. So I turned to the next best thing. I bought organic, non-GMO, sugar-free, ready-to-eat food. All the good stuff. None of that bad, right? All of my Copenhagen progress unraveled. The weight came back on, and the sluggishness returned. I was so frustrated. I felt like maybe I was never meant to feel comfortable in my own skin. But then another mind shift came. I met Calvin, my husband. The first time we went grocery shopping, he humiliated me. At least that's what it felt like in the moment. I very proudly filled the shopping cart with all the good stuff just to see him pull out 80% of it and put it back onto the shelf. Have you read the labels on this stuff? I was so mad seeing that face, but I wanted to scream and say, of course I have done my research. But I couldn't, because I truly hadn't. And even though I really hate to admit it, he was right. And that was my wake-up call. Phase 3, the truth. So after that little incident, I started reading the fine print of every single food that I bought. Not just the bright packaging on the front, but the actual list of ingredients on the back. And what I found made my blood boil. Natural has absolutely no legal definition in the US. Companies can slap it onto whatever, even if it's packed with artificial additives. And sugar-free often just means that it's loaded with artificial sweeteners that mess with your gut and your metabolism. Did you know that an average American consumes over 17 teaspoons of sugar a day? That's more than double the daily recommended limit for men and nearly triple for women and kids. That single can of soda that my papa used to drink every single day has 39 grams sugar in it. It alone is 56% more than the daily limit. But that's not even the scariest part. The scariest part is that sugar is often hidden in stuff like granola bars, salad dressings, cereal, stuff that is marketed as healthy. Now, the food industry knows exactly what it's doing. They're using buzzwords to distract us, bright packaging to lure us in, and health claims to actually make us trust them. But we fall for it every single time. Why? Because we want to believe that we're making good choices for ourselves. Now, companies aren't selling you health. They're selling you the illusion of health. So next time when you go grocery shopping, I challenge you to take this very simple action. Pick up one of your favorite healthy snack, turn it around, and look at the list of ingredients. Look at all the chemicals that you cannot pronounce and the sugar content. Ask yourself, is this really what you want to put into your own body? Try to find an alternative, something unprocessed, something original, something fresh, because y'all deserve better. We deserve better. If someday AI truly cracks the code to building the time machine, there's only one moment I want to go back to. I want to go back to the day when my papa took the first sip of that icy, crisp soda. I want to turn the can around, show her the fine print, and tell her what I know today. I want to tell her that her life was worth more than the short burst of energy that sugar gave her. And more importantly, I want to tell her that I love her. But I can't go back. None of us can. All we can do is march forward. So start making different choices for yourself today, for the people you love, and for the generations that come after us. Thank you very much.